Toby, just how are you feeling at the moment after picking up some real form recently?
Yeah, obviously the mood's good in the camp. I think we've built a good run, so it's important that we keep it going. I think obviously it was a tough initial stage. I think at first, we were necessarily potentially wanting to play it safe, but the fact that we've now got those points on the board and the results are coming, it's definitely helping.
We're heading towards the final stretch now of the season. How do you look upon your first season with the club so far?
Yeah, it's been a different challenge. I think initially started really well, and then I probably hit a little bit of misform. I think when results weren't going our way, so it was tricky, a little tricky patch. But then found myself back in the team, and it's just important for me to keep my head down, keep working, and keep trying to do the basics right, and the rest will come.
Particularly for you in recent weeks, you've made that shift from right back into a back three now. How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's obviously it suits me perfectly. It's a bit of both in terms of the getting forward side of things that I would do it right back, but I feel much more comfortable in terms of my defensive side of the game there. Like I said, when I first joined, I'm a centre half, so to be able to be doing that now in sort of the three at the back, it suits me perfectly, and I'm loving it, to be fair.
There's two additions from January in that back 5-3, however you look at it. Denver and Doug, how have they influenced that back five, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Doug and Denver, they're both two completely different players, to be fair. I think obviously Denver getting forward, that's what he's really good at, but he's also a solid defender, and then Doug again is the sort of the aggressor and the enforcer, as we call him. So to have both of them in the team, they've definitely come in and helped.
I suppose for you, Liam was a sort of direct competition for you. What's that like between the two of you?
Yeah, really good. Well, funnily enough, I was speaking to Smudger about it today. I think it's just obviously the shape change has potentially swayed things for him, but there was never any sort of bad feelings between us. We really get on as lads off the pitch. It's just one of those things that happens in football, and he's there to come on like he did at the weekend, and I'm sure he'll get his chances as well.
Back-to-back wins at BP, back-to-back clean sheets. The confidence in the dressing room must be sky high at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. We need to go on and try and keep the run going. Obviously, if we can make it 3 wins from 3 at home, that'd be a big statement, and that's something that the gaffer touched on. So we've got to try and carry on that form through for these next couple of games.
But with that, it's one of the toughest challenges this Saturday in a Wrexham side who, on their day, can beat anyone.
Yeah, 100% they can. We know that they score goals. If we score more than them, we win the game. We've also got to make sure that we keep the back door shut, which will be tough because they've got a big strike force and a big unit. So it's important for us to carry on what we've been doing and lead that through into Saturday.
What do you remember or take from that reverse fixture early on in the season, the 3-0 defeat at the racecourse?
Yeah, it was a big atmosphere. Obviously, it's always one of those, they pack out that ground there. And it was an intense game. But I think we started the game quite well. And I think it's always tough there if you go behind to try and claw something back, which is exactly what happened. So we've got to ensure that this weekend we carry on the defensive form that we have and try and add goals to it as well.
Heading for a sellout at BP as well. These are the sorts of games as a player you want to be involved in, aren't
Yeah, they're massive. Obviously, the atmosphere, you can always sense it building. I mean, the things you see on social media leading up to it, everyone's talking about it. But it's obviously great games to be involved in and great to be a part of.